Thank you, President Douglas. Friends, this is about more than Mr. McNair. This is about a president, Donald John Trump, who has incited persons to make statements. It's about a president who, by his words, deeds, and actions, has caused people to move toward xenophobia, toward nativism, toward sexism, toward hatred and bigotry. This is about more than Mr. McNair. Mr. McNair is but one symptom of a greater problem. This president is bringing the level of discourse down to a level that is intolerable and unacceptable. Mr. McNair, you have apologized. An apology is an admission of an offense, but the apology is not the atonement necessary for the grievance that has been created. So, Mr. McNair, you have to do more than apologize. One of the things that you should consider doing is making it clear to others that you do not desire to have the statue of yourself placed before the stadium. You can stop it. You have the power. This is your opportunity to atone for your transgression, Mr. McNair. You ought to do so. This is about more than Mr. McNair because there are people who think that these players are personal property. They are not. They are not victims of servitude. These players are men. And the president started a lot of this. He was the genesis of it when he used the term SOB. He said, SOB referring to the players. For edification purposes, that's saying that a player is a son of a dog. That is a disrespect of motherhood. Because you're saying that the player's mother is a bee, that's a dog. This is unacceptable, Mr. President. This is unacceptable, Mr. McNair, and you ought not allow this president to give you reason to believe that you can receive some degree of comfort after having made such a statement about players being inmates. So, Mr. McNair, this is your opportunity. But it's not going to stop with Mr. McNair, friends. This president has committed many impeachable offenses. You don't have to commit a crime to be impeached. Andrew Johnson was impeached, and he did not commit a crime in Article 10 of the Articles of Impeachment. This president has to be removed from office because of the harm that he is perpetrating upon our society. It is not something that we have to wait for. We don't have to wait until the next election. We don't have to just talk about impeachment. There are articles pending before the Congress, and I assure you I'm going to bring impeachment to the floor of the Congress of the United States of America such that there will be a vote on impeachment. Now, finally, this on the players. There are people who say they're millionaires. They're making a lot of money. They ought to be happy with the money that they're making. Are you saying that this is hush money? Are you saying that they should be so pleased that they should take their money and not be concerned about the causes of justice? When they are taking a knee, they are respecting the flag. In fact, they're trying to make real the great and noble ideal expressed in the words, in the Pledge of Allegiance, liberty and justice for all. So that's what this is all about. Liberty and justice for all, and that includes the many who have been harmed at the hands of the constabulary. Not all of the members of the constabulary are to be blamed, but we do have some police officers who harm people, and many of them have done it with intentionality. So this is bigger than Mr. McNair. And Mr. President, you don't have to suffer what the players and what other people suffer after you incite and go back to the White House. My constituents suffer. Other people are picking up on your terminology. We will not tolerate it. We want that statue to never go up so that we will never have to protest it, and we won't have to ask that it come down. Mr. Douglas, President of this branch of the Naacp, I want to thank you for hosting this press conference. I thank my colleague, Jackson Lee. This is the 18th Congressional District. I'm honored to be here. I want to thank Bishop Dixon, who has been